Hi Year 7, today we're continuing on with our topic of working mathematically. We're just going to look at the problem solving skill of making a drawing, diagram or model. So when you draw a picture to represent a problem, you can often see from the picture what must be done. As people say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So we're going to look at our examples today and we're going to draw pictures for these. So 4 kilometres of fencing encloses a square paddock of area 100 hectares. If 8 kilometres of fencing is used to enclose a square paddock, how many hectares are enclosed? So a diagram or drawing allows us to see the problem more clearly. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw firstly a square shapes. So I want to draw a square. So we're going to draw a square. Whoa, that's bad. Okay, I want to draw a square. Okay, so I want it to be a square. And what we know about our square is that 4 kilometres of fencing. So if it's 4 kilometres, it goes all the way around. So that means each side is going to be 1 kilometre each because we have 4 sides on a square. Encloses 1,000 hectares. When we write hectares as HA. So the length of fencing we now have is 8 kilometres. So what we need to think about is how big our square is going to be. So I'm just going to draw another square over here. Try and make it as square as I can. Okay, and so looking at our square, what we have is that we have now 8 kilometres of fencing. So we want to know how big this is going to be. So if we have 8 kilometres fencing and there's 4 sides, we'd go 8 divided by 4, which equals 2 kilometres. So that means each side of our fencing is going to be, I might write that on the outside, is going to be 2 kilometres. So remember, our square all have equal sides, so we're going to have 2 kilometres. So if we have 2 kilometres around each side, what does this mean for our area? So how many hectares are within this? Well, what we know from our shape over here is that when we have 1 kilometre around each side of the fencing, we have 1,000 hectares. So if we break this up so that this is got 1 kilometres on each side, that's 1 kilometre, 1 kilometre, 1 kilometre, and 1 kilometre. And then we break it up again, but going this way. So we have our 1 kilometres on this side. That's a bad K. Let me just fix that up. That's annoying me. Sorry, guys. So if we have 1 kilometres on this side, what we have is that these will also be 1 kilometres, 1 kilometres, 1 kilometres, and 1 kilometres as well. So that means in each side of these, inside of each of these 4 squares, we're going to have 100 hectares, another 100 hectares, 100 hectares in this square, and finally 100 hectares in this square. So that means that therefore, remember, we use 3 circles in the shape of a triangle, 3 dots in the shape of a triangle as our therefore symbol. We have 400 hectares because 4 lots of 100 hectares are enclosed by the 8 kilometres of fencing. And that is our conclusion statement. So as you can see, the pictures have helped us work out how many hectares are inside our 8 kilometres of fencing. Looking at example 2, we have Beth and Alan are married and have 5 children. Each are married and have 3 children. Assuming no one has died, how many people are in this extended family together? So unless we draw a diagram, we may miss some of the people. For example, you might forgot to include the people who married the 5 children. So from the diagram, we are going to work out how many there are. So we are going to say that we have, up here, we have Beth and Alan. There are 2 people that started off our family, and then from them they had 5 children. So our first one, so that's baby number 1, baby number 2, baby number 3, baby number 4, and baby number 5. Now in this it says that each of these children married. So they're going to get married, they're going to get married, they're getting married, they're getting married, and they're getting married. Okay, so they're all married together. And then each of these married couples had 3 children. So we have 1, 2, 3 children. 1, 2, 3. Mix them together. These are going to have 1, 2, 3 children. 1, 2, 3. Oops. These are going to have 1, 2, 3 children. Fourth person's going to have 1, 2, 3 children. And finally, our 5th person's going to have 1, 2, 3 children. So now from our diagram, we can count how many people there are. So we have Beth and Alan, which is 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So that means that we have 27 people in the family. So therefore, there are 27 people in this extended family. Now, if you are in my Year 7 maths class, we are going to have a go at doing exercise 204 from the Year 7 signpost